Our next company is AppSocial. AppSocial creates communities for the mobile users, blending presence, location data, voice and text chat communications, and real-time updates. And to give you more, we have Ian Bell, who is our CEO, who will be presenting.
Thank you. Okay. It's not my fault. Well, it is my fault, actually. In January, you're going to want to be single. So my phone number is not at the end of this presentation because I don't want your wives and husbands calling me. It's a personal choice. So we've had an interesting social evolution over the last 50 or so years. People are now starting to marry later. Women have independent incomes, and so as a result, there's greater diversity in our our choice of partners. People have a lot more partners before they get married. They get married later, and one of the things that's kind of symbiotically powering that is the emergence of technology in dating. And of course, when you look at the gay and lesbian market, they've always been innovators in lots of different ways, and they certainly are in this case. Of course, dating actually went online in the 80s. Started with telephone dating services. There's a couple of major market leaders in Canada, and it slowly moved on to the web between 1995 and 2000. One of the big enablers in 2000 was, of course, digital cameras. Until people had the ability to upload photos of themselves, it was a pretty difficult proposition to join a dating network. So the online dating services have kind of experienced a bit of a peak. And one of the reasons is that as they move to unlimited-based billing solutions, women are getting chased off of these networks. Their customer churn, their customer life cycle is down to about 4 months. It costs them a heck of a lot of money to get customers, and it becomes harder to maintain sustaining ARPU on a per-user basis. So within the network, though, men have to work really hard to get the attention of women. Women log into the networks, and their inbox is flooded with 150 new messages each day, and therefore it becomes really, really difficult for them to actually engage in conversation on these networks. And of course, it's now overrun by Nigerian banking scams. So what's next? We had this idea to kind of leapfrog both. We created a brand called Tingle, and yes, we have tingle.com. So I guess this makes us dating 3.0. We're taking the traditional online profile browsing and matching, and we're kind of marrying that to a more real-time element, including presence-aware text chat, so instant messaging, SMS, that type of idea. We add to that the telephony piece. Never been able to say that on stage. And so we allow people to chat confidentially and without releasing their cell phone numbers over the voice path. We add passive and active location awareness. Passive location awareness is quite key because it allows us to know where our users are and selectively share that information without actually having the app running. And of course, we add real-time event streaming and sharing, all in a highly push-enabled mobile application. And you ask yourself, where are we going to do that? Well, the best place to organize your social network is in your hand. The best thing to put in your hand is an iPhone. And so we're launching initially on the iPhone. It's designed around women. We've sat down and focus grouped more than 250 women. And they've given us a lot of advice about what to do with this sort of a network. We work very hard to protect women and allow them to sustain the entire life cycle, if they choose to do so from a practical perspective, of communication with men within the network. So they never have to give someone their email address, never have to give someone their phone number. And we create gating mechanisms because, of course, if we're going to push stuff to your phone, we don't want to be doing that constantly. And we want to ensure it's qualitative. So a high degree of visual acuity and highly usable app is what we're aiming for. This is a bit of a teaser. This is our cover flow browser, so this is what happens when you want to see who you've been matched up with. Who am I? Cut my teeth at BC Tel, became a product manager at Cisco Systems, learned how to build very large telephony networks. And then left this, found BuzzMe. BuzzMe became RingCentral. Both of those are quite popular telephony internet services. Did some work with FrontBridge, did some work with Echo, and I have a history, a pretty strong track record of driving substantial earned media campaigns around the different properties we've created over the years. January 2010 will be the category leader for interactive dating. We'll out-feature everybody else in the market. We have some key patents on the handshaking process that'll make it very difficult for anyone who thinks we have a good idea to copy us. We'll be cash flow positive within a couple of months of launch. We're very low burn rate. And there we go. We'll be the only singles network built specifically for the iPhone until we launch on RIM. Cool. We'll leave it here.